Okay, after e4, how about a nice Caro-Kann? And looks like he wants to do an exchange variation. So we're going to change gears here, and we're going to slow play into a check Benoni. It's the thing when your opponent is giving you an indicator that they're about to play passively. Hey, let's keep some tension. And now we're getting kind of a better Philidor because this bishop wants to be here to put some pressure. So we have absolutely no issues. Bishop d2, queen c7, and yet even with me wasting some time, still same kind of deal. Do I want to play for that or not? I'm actually gonna do this. This typically isn't the best, but keeping tension nicely. G4, and that's expected. And black really just doesn't have any developmental issues. Go there, put a rook on d8. And see, again, it's kind of like, well, why? We'll do that. Okay. Still feel comfortable. Waiting on f4, bishop c5, GG. And b5 is weakening. But I kind of like it. So I wanted to play rook d8. I don't want to have to worry about my a pawn. And we'll just gain some space on the queen side over here. Okay. That makes that threat. Anything that can be done about that. Alright, we'll do it that way. And we've set up a little bit of nastiness here with this. Yep, and all we need now is to pick up the pace. Looking good. Otherwise, where are you going? That was bad. Worked out though. I need to stop playing slow. I don't know, I'm just in a thinking mood, I guess. Bishops are better than knights in open positions. This is why. Yahtzee. All right. good tension and pressure in that game. And yeah, I didn't want any part of playing another exchange Caro-Kann. Exchange variations in general kind of... And I'm aware that bishop g4 is the main line, and I did a series on my Patreon on this, but bishop g4, I think it's one of the lines that if white plays perfectly, like the engine hates it in a very particular, or very specific, I should say, move order. So queen a5, on the other hand, there's no real punishment, and you're going to get a Fildor-esque position, except white's misplaced a piece. So I think this is completely reasonable for black. And I stayed flexible. Bishop g4 is typically not good. The bishop wants to be on b7 because at some point you get to hit e4, which I was able to do that in the game. But I like the way my opponent handled it with this queen e3 idea, because I couldn't figure out how to punish it with the time controls. And knight h4. So I don't want him to get the f5 square, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So I'm just like, okay. Now he fixes the Fildor bishop problem. So he had to waste some time, and I did find the best plan, which was expansion. And then I ended up getting this. And at first, I honestly didn't even realize I had knight takes e4 with this plan. This was just expansion, and I wanted to deal with this, which is how I came upon this. If queen takes g6, I had rook takes a2, and that was honestly what I was setting up. But then, yeah, and then completely missed that. Wow, I can't play king takes because of queen b3. Yeah, that's ridiculous. 100% oblivious to that basic tactic. So yeah, crap happens. And then bishop takes f7 again, same thing. Looks like same story, different day. I finally get the, and then I hang the c pawn coming up too unnecessarily. Rook d8 first. I didn't want to deal with queen f7, so I was like, yeah, we'll play bishop f6 first. Then after rook c6, I at least had this idea in mind. But this king can end up in some kind of coffin there. So that wasn't the most terrible thing I've done in the game. Blundering the f7 tactic, that was pretty nasty. And then time trouble started to become a factor, but here I'm like, okay, if the queens are off the board, you can never hurt me, and then outside pass pawn stuff. And this is one of those pure domination positions where the bishop is so much better than the knight as I'm hitting the base pawn, and it doesn't help to hang rooks. So my opponent was very nice to me in that one, missing 2 opportunities to take a big edge, but hey, tactics. Study them.